Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to unlock some serious spoken English fluency?
Yeah.
I'm pumped for this deep dive.
Me too.
We're cracking open most important things for spoken English.
Love this source.
It's all about helping you find your voice in English and rock those conversations.
Yeah, even if
Even if you've tried a million things.
Exactly. It can be a journey.
It really can.
But this source, it's like a shortcut,
Yeah, totally. And I think some people listening might be thinking,
What are they thinking?
oh no, not another grammar lecture.
Right. Been there, done that.
But trust me on this one, this deep dive is different.
It really flips the script.
How so?
It's not about just memorizing rules,
Yeah, like cramming vocabulary.
Right, it's not about that at all. It's about...
So it's more about...
His source really nails it. It breaks it down like this.
Okay, lay it on us.
Think of it like a tripod, all right?
A tripod, I like it.
Vocabulary, pronunciation,
Okay, those two make sense.
and listening skills.
Oh, I don't think people think about that one as much.
They're all connected, though. You need all three of these working together.
To get that smooth, confident flow.
Exactly.
This reminds me of that time
Oh, tell me.
I was trying to, get directions in Italy.
Classic.
And my grammar was like textbook, perfect. But my pronunciation, let's just say I ended up with 5 pizzas instead of a map.
Oh, no.
I was like, prego, pizza. It's all about that pronunciation.
For sure. You've got to nail that pronunciation.
And this source, it doesn't stop there. It throws down this challenge.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
The daily word challenge. Have you heard of this?
I have. I love this one. It really resonated with me.
Tell me about it. What's the deal?
So it's not about like cramming a bunch of vocab words, right?
Right.
It's about actively using new words, like in your day, every day.
Ooh, so actually using them. I like that.
And the source suggests this cool thing, like pick a couple words every day.
Okay.
And then, get this, write a little dialogue using...
Whoa.
If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to like the video. Share it with friends who might find it helpful. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments what topic you'd like to hear.
That's a really good idea.
Isn't it? Instead of memorizing,
And practice.
putting them into action, like you could totally use this.
You're imagining yourself using them.
Exactly.
I love that. That's such a good idea. But what about that feeling?
What feeling?
When you're learning a language and you get stuck
Oh,
translating everything in your head?
Get translator track.
Yes, it's like you can't get out of your own head.
I've been there. It's like trying to sprint through mud.
The worst. So are we doomed?
No, not at all. But we've got to ditch that translator brain.
For real?
The source is adamant about this.
Yeah.
To achieve true fluency,
Yeah.
you've got to start thinking in English.
Okay, that sounds, easier said than done, right?
It takes practice, for sure, but it's possible.
So how do we, actually do that? Break free from the translation cycle?
The source has this really cool exercise.
Okay, tell me.
It's called Become Your Own Narrator.
Become your own narrator. Love it. What is it?
Picture this. You're just going about your day.
Yeah, just like normal life stuff.
Cooking, walking the dog, you name it.
Okay, so I'm walking the dog. What am I doing?
You're narrating your actions, but out loud and in English.
Oh, I see. So instead of thinking, okay, I'm grabbing the leash, in my head,
You're saying it.
out loud in English, like, all right, time to grab the leash and take Sparky for a walk.
There you go.
I could totally see how that would help.
It's all about getting those reps in.
And it sounds fun, not super intimidating.
Exactly. Low pressure, big impact.
Right, like you're creating your own little English world.
You've got it. And the best part, you don't need a language partner for this.
True, you don't need to rope in a friend.
Or follow some strict lesson plan.
Nope, you can just be by yourself.
It's just you, your day, and a little English on the side.
I love it. Okay, so we're thinking in English. We're talking to ourselves in English.
Living that English life.
And now I know what some listeners might be thinking.
Hit me with it.
But what about grammar?
Grammar. The eternal question.
Right, don't I need to be perfect?
Such a common concern. And this is where I think this source really shines.
Oh, how so?
It totally changes how we think about making mistakes.
Oh, I like that already. So many learners get so hung up on mistakes.
Right. Like, it's the end of the world if you mess up a verb tense.
Exactly. So what does the source say instead?
It says, look, fluency isn't about perfection,
Okay, I'm listening.
It's about embracing those little stumbles along the way. They're inevitable.
Totally. You're going to make mistakes. It's part of the process.
Exactly. They're like these happy little accidents.
The happy accidents.
Yeah, they help you learn and grow. It actually reminds me of this time
What happened?
I was learning Spanish, right? And I totally butchered the word order in this sentence.
Oh no! Were you mortified?
I was about to be, but then I just started laughing.
What did the other person do?
They laughed too. It totally broke the ice. And we ended up having this great conversation.
See, sometimes those imperfections make you more relatable.
Totally. People appreciate it when you don't take yourself too seriously.
So, embrace the mistakes. Got it. What else does the source say about this?
It emphasizes that each mistake is a chance to improve.
Okay, I like that. A learning opportunity.
Exactly. Like, let's say you mess up a pronunciation.
Happens to the best of us.
Exactly. So you note it down, you practice, and next time, you nail it.
I love that. Now let's shift gears a bit. We've been talking about practicing solo.
Right, like flying solo on your fluency journey.
But let's be real, learning a language is also about connecting with others.
100%. And the source totally agrees.
So it talks about finding your people, right?
Yeah. It calls it finding your English tribe.
I love that. Your English tribe, so important.
It's about finding those people who get it, you know?
Who understand the ups and downs of learning a new language.
The struggles, the victories, the whole shebang.
And having that support system can make the journey so much smoother.
Absolutely. It makes it more fun, too. You know?
Oh, for sure. Misery loves company, right?
Well, I wouldn't say misery, but you know what I mean.
Totally. And there are so many ways to find your tribe these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's never been easier.
You've got online forums, language exchange apps.
Don't forget about those local conversation clubs.
Right. So many options.
You can find your people online or offline.
It's all about finding that space where you feel comfortable.
Comfortable making mistakes, experimenting.
And just having fun with the language.
Exactly. It's like having a built-in cheering squad.
I love that analogy. Now, speaking of having fun with the language,
Oh, tell me more. I love a good time.
this source mentions something really interesting about immersing yourself in English.
Immersion, yes. Like diving headfirst into a pool of English.
Exactly. And it talks about how watching TV shows and movies can be a game changer.
Okay, I'm all ears. I'm a big movie buff.
Me too. And I've always found that they're amazing for picking up on natural English.
Like how people actually talk in real life.
Yes. The slang, the idioms, the different accents, you absorb it all.
It's like osmosis, but for language.
Exactly. And while we're on the topic of entertainment,
Look if there's more.
the source doesn't forget about the power of a good book.
A classic. I love curling up with a good book.
Me too. And reading aloud, believe it or not, can be incredibly helpful for fluency.
Reading aloud. Now that takes me back.
Right. We probably haven't done that since we were kids.
But I can see how it would be good practice.
It's amazing how many skills it engages at once.
Break it down for me.
You're working on pronunciation, intonation, expanding your vocabulary.
And you're enjoying a good story at the same time.
Exactly. It's a win-win situation.
I'm sold.
And remember that become your own narrator exercise we talked about earlier?
The one where you narrate your life in English.
That's the one.
Yep.
Well, you can totally apply that to reading too.
Ooh, I like where you're going with this.
Instead of just reading silently in your head.
You read the words out loud.
Exactly. Pretend you're on stage, bringing the story to life.
It might feel a little silly at first, but I bet it's effective.
It totally is. So we've covered a lot today.
We really have.
Yeah.
From daily challenges to finding your tribe.
From embracing mistakes to immersing ourselves in English.
It's all connected, isn't it?
It really is. But I'm curious, what does the source say is the ultimate goal of all this? Like, where does all this effort lead?
Well, you know, it's interesting.
What's interesting?
The source doesn't really frame it as a destination, you know?
Okay, so it's not like, do these things and bam, you're fluent.
Right, it's not about reaching some magical finish line.
So what is it about then?
It's more about a transformation, you know?
Transformation, I like that.
It's about discovering the confidence to express yourself effortlessly in English.
Confidence, now we're talking.
It's like this weight lifts off your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you can finally be yourself, you know?
Yeah, I totally get that. Because it's not just about speaking correctly, it's about...
It's about finding your voice in English.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that confidence, it can open so many doors.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it.
What kinds of doors?
Job interviews, for one.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or just connecting with people from different cultures.
It's like this whole world of possibilities opens up. But I think it's important to acknowledge
What's that?
that confidence doesn't just magically appear overnight, right?
You're absolutely right. It's a process. It's a journey.
And like any journey, it takes effort.
And consistency.
If you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to like the video. Share it with friends who might find it helpful. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments what topic you'd like to hear.
Remember those daily challenges we talked about?
Yeah, those little things you can do every day.
Exactly. Those little habits add up over time.
You're like building a muscle, right? You got to work at it consistently.
Exactly. But, the source is also real about something else.
Oh, what's that?
It doesn't pretend that learning a language is always easy.
Because it's not.
Right. There will be days when you feel stuck.
Oh, tell me about it. I've hit so many plateaus in my language learning journeys.
It's normal. You might feel discouraged, like you're not making progress.
It can be so frustrating, like, why am I even doing this?
But it's all part of the process. Everyone goes through it.
It's like training for a marathon,
Oh, I like that analogy.
Well, some days you're killing it, and other days you just want to quit.
But you push through.
Right. You have to. Because crossing that finish line makes it all worth it.
And you know what helps?
What's that?
Remembering your why. Why did you start this whole journey in the first place?
Oh, such a good point. That's what keeps you going on the tough days.
Exactly. So was it to connect with new people?
To travel the world. To get that dream job.
Whatever it is, hold on to that.
Let that be your guiding light.
Because in the end, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress.
Love that. So, as we wrap up our deep dive here,
It's been that long already.
time flies when you're having fun with fluency.
It really does.
I want to leave our listeners with a question.
Oh, I love a good thought-provoking question. Hit us with it.
What if the key to unlocking your fluency isn't about speaking perfectly?
Okay, I'm intrigued. What if it's not?
What if it's about finding your unique voice in English?
Ooh, that's a good one. I love that. It's about embracing who you are.
And letting that shine through in a new language.
So to all our amazing listeners out there,
We believe in you.
embrace the journey, celebrate those little victories.
And never, ever give up on your fluency dreams.
Until next time.
Happy practicing!